Hello and welcome to the video. Today we'll be discussing Greg Hildebrandt's first digital collectible release on DRiP House. If you're unfamiliar with DRiP House and NFTs in general, stick around. However, if you're already subscribed to Greg on DRiP and you're just looking for drop details, go to that time right there. DRiP House is a content platform like Instagram or YouTube. However, it's built on the Solana blockchain, and when creators release content, it's in the form of NFTs, which allows you to own that content, whatever it may be. Collecting on DRiP has never been easier. All you have to do is go to drip.house, click Start Collecting, and then log in via email using Google via tip link, as you can see here, and it'll create you a Solana wallet attached to your email. And you can go ahead and start collecting on DRiP just like that. Once you have your DRiP account set up, you can go ahead and search for specific creators. In this case, you're going to want to look up Greg Hildebrandt on DRiP and click that subscribe button. Any content that those creators release will automatically appear on your DRiP homepage, and you will have a certain amount of time in order to quote unquote claim this digital collectible. And once you secure that collectible, it becomes an NFT minted into your wallet forever. You own that content, it's yours, you can trade it, you can sell it, you can keep it and hold it forever, whatever you want to do. So now that you have your crypto wallet set up and your DRiP House account is subscribed to Greg Hildebrandt, we can talk about the drop. The first piece of artwork that Greg Hildebrandt has decided to release on DRiP is his 1971 Crucifers painting, commonly recognized from the 1981 Black Sabbath Mob Rules album cover. This specific DRiP release will feature 6 different variations of this artwork. Now, all of them are animated with sound. There will be no still variants. Now, the cool thing about DRiP is it allows creators to have different perks in order to reward their community members. So if you head on over to Greg Hildebrandt, you can see for this drop, Dream 1, the Crucifier. For the top 100 thankers on the leaderboard, there's an exclusive 1 in 100 rare variant of this painting. For the legendary, there's a 1 in 10 legendary animated variant with sound for the top 10 thankers on the leaderboard.
Hi everybody, it's Greg Hildebrandt again. I just want to let you know we also have 10 of these prints which are signed by me.
Will be available to those top 10 spots as well. Cool little physical perk to go along with digital. As you can see right here, this is the leaderboard for Greg. Now the way to get onto a leaderboard is simply by thanking. You can thank droplets, and these droplets are purchasable with credit card or cryptocurrency. It is DRiP's reward system. You can thank with droplets, drop your Twitter handle, and you can even add a message for Greg to see. You could thank these droplets and get yourself into a top leaderboard spot to secure one of these rare variants of the animation, or if you can get that top 10 spot for the physical. Also, if you're not familiar, Greg actually has released a past collection on Solana before with Oddkey, collaborating with Steve Aoki and Tom Bayou, the Neon Future X Heavy Metal. So if you do own one of those, you were able to receive an exclusive animated variant just to reward past holders of Greg's art. Now let's say you want to own a piece of this history, but you came to this video a little too late to get on the forefront of the drop. No worries, all you have to do is head on over to Greg's profile on DRiP, click on the piece that you are looking for, and if you can see this little icon, DRiP and Tensor have a partnership. Tensor is one of the leading marketplaces on Solana. You can head over and see all of the available supplies for Greg on the secondary. Really cheap options to get these animated variants. Again, the common has a very high supply, while the higher rarities will have a very low supply. As you can see, there's only commons at the time of this video. There is also a 1-of-1 auction for a 24 by 36 inch Giclee of the original painting.
Well, and what this is a painting I did in about 1970. Well, this is a Giclee of the painting, actually. It's one of the most serious paintings, as far as I'm concerned, that I've ever done. And in fact, it's probably way near the top of my favorite. What the image comes from is I was going through this huge period of turmoil, breaking away from my past in many ways, religion, political ideologies, and shifting. It would be all through the late 60s and into the early 70s. And I was dealing with a lot of people that were not changing, let's put it, being polite. So where there was a lot of opposition and turmoil, questioning of all the stuff I grew up with, basically realizing at this time frame that I've been fed a lie all my life in terms of religionism, particularly Christianity. And so that all that turmoil that I'm going through showed up in this dream or nightmare. And I got up right away and did sketches. And to convey the feeling and the reality of the dream that I was experiencing, which was, I was coming through this trash dump of it's like the shit end of the city. It's all there's refuse and pollution pouring out of these drains, which are coming from the inner city, which in my mind at that time, I'm perceiving it's beautiful and shiny. It's the shining city. And nobody sees, well, the outcome of the shine, you know? So I'm going through this, and I come on these guys, and they're just hunkering, kind of moving their arms around. You know, and in your dreams, I mean, there's no words being spoken in this thing. But I knew, and you know, I think most of us do. You know what's going on internally, intellectually. And what this was for me was it was like the shit end of the city, where all the refuse is pouring out, and this pollution and all the discards of the past. And in fact, much of the torture devices of the past from various periods. And as I came on the scene, I knew this was their last victim. And I knew also that they were composed of the skins of all their previous victims through time. So they were, in fact, they became what they murdered. I mean, the skin of the murdered ones, animal and human. I knew in the dream that the attitude they had was, I was next. And I drew that here on the wall, that particular figure pointing at you as though you're the next victim. And at that point, I woke up. It was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. And I quickly did some sketches. And then quickly, I think in a day or two, I started to paint it. It was acrylic. And so that would be the early 70s. It wasn't an art book that Ballantine Books did. Black Sabbath's manager saw it, and I guess members of the band. And they then wanted to use it for their album cover, Mob Rules. And that was the very first thing that, working with Jean, she licensed. And they've used it over the years, you know, on and off, forever. In any event, here it is, and I think it's, as far as the print job, it's perfect. It's exactly like the original painting.
That basically wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction into Greg Hildebrandt's DRiP account. Make sure you are subscribed to Greg on DRiP and any other creators. There's a bunch of awesome people on the platform. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to share and let other Hildebrandt fans know.